This short video will give you a demonstration of how best to oil one of my Champhor Laurel cutting boards. I use specifically grapeseed oil, and the reason for that is because unlike olive oil, grapeseed oil won't turn rancid after a few months of being exposed to just normal use. So the best way to actually do this is to have a nice Laminex table. This way you're not going to waste any of your oil, and the Laminex will be easily cleaned once we've finished the demonstration, or once you've finished oiling your board. I send out my boards already oiled, and the reason for that is because it takes about 3 or 4 days to oil the board and allow it to sit for the moisture and also the oil to be absorbed into the board. So here we go, and I open up the oil. This is how I apply the oil. So it's just grapeseed oil, and you'll see the colour just leap out of this board in a moment here. As I rub it in, you can see the colour starting to come in, and it'll turn this amazing reds and golds and amazing sorts of colours. Once this has been oiled, I will leave it sit for approximately 2 or 3 hours, and you'll know it's time to put a little bit more on, because you'll actually see the oil soak in, and the surface of the board won't look as glossy and shiny as that does. At this point you just put a little bit more oil on and rub it in. I also go around the edges, and it takes a little bit of time, but I suggest that what you do with your boards is, when it needs it, you'll notice that it may not look quite as clean, that's a good word, or quite as colourful. Then I'll put more oil on, and it also keeps the board in really good condition as well. You can see that colour coming out there now. So I'll do that probably twice. I'll leave it now for a couple of hours. Once I've done around the edges, let it just sit. A couple of hours time, I'll put some more oil on. I'll leave it for another couple of hours, or overnight's fine, and then I'll put some more oil on the board after that. Once I've got to a point where I'm happy with the amount of oil that's on there, I'll just wipe it off with a dry cloth, and what will happen is that the board will end up looking like this. As you can see, this one has been oiled and used for many months, and it's lost its gloss, which is what it's supposed to do, but it retains the colour of the actual board, and that's what it'll look like as you're using it in your kitchen. So I hope this has been informative. That's how the boards come up. They're an amazing talking piece. I get amazing feedback from people that I've sold the boards to over the years, and they're a great talking point in anyone's kitchen. So grab them while you can. I don't make very many of these anymore, and the odd one that I do make seems to disappear quite quickly. So thanks for your time, and I hope that's been informative.